Hey you guys, this is the last part of walking in New York Fashion Week as a plus size model. Hi, how you doing? My name is Brock McCann. I simply keep it chic over here, and today this is, like I just said, this is the final thoughts of walking in New York Fashion Week. First off, New York was not even that hot. I mean, not even that cold. So I was already uncomfortable, and then, like I said prior, I was sick. So the sad part about it is I was so uncomfortable. So when we got there and later on that night, you guys, I kid you not, we spent so much money on medicine on me and getting stuff from DoorDash and stuff like that. We didn't even spend a lot of money like that. I could not sleep the night before. I already knew it was like nerves, but I couldn't breathe like through my nose or anything. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do nothing. Like, I took some night medicine. That didn't work until I got this spray, y'all. That spray saved my life. It really did. And so fast forward to the day of the show. I got my makeup done. Thank you so much, Miriam. Like, you really did an amazing job. If you ever need a makeup artist, hit her up in New York. Like, I think I asked her like 2 weeks prior. My friend is in here. I didn't go to sleep till like, I think like almost 2 o'clock in the morning that day. And so I woke up, Miriam got there at like 10:15. No, sorry, at like 8:15. I had to be at the gallery for 11 a.m. Got my makeup, she didn't get done with my makeup till like 10:30, 10:45. I was like, oh God. No, backed up. I think I was done like around 10:30. Yeah, it was 10:30, I think, on the dot actually. And so, okay, I was trying to get a lift. The lift shit started frustrating me because, you know, usually like with lifts and stuff like that, you know, they'd be like, oh, they're arriving in like 1 minute. Of course, we're in New York. So it was wild because every time I kept getting a lift, they kept, you know how Ubers and Lyfts do, y'all. Y'all know. If you ride them a lot, you know exactly what I mean. They kept canceling, picking up. So Miriam had got me one. Got to the location. I'm looking around. I'm looking like a fool because I have a black. So they told us at the last meeting that we need to arrive in a blazer, jeans, and some heels. So I wore heels, but by the grace of God, I bought me my little slipper socks because something just told me I'm probably going to be either standing around or waiting. You know, I didn't know what was going to happen. I got there, like literally got up the stairs probably like around 11:05, 11:10 because I didn't know where it was. I literally went across the street. When we pulled up on the street, even the Lyft driver was like, I don't know, it's on one of these sides. And so I'm like, oh God. I saw a whole bunch of people like trying to like check in, and it looks like a whole bunch of model stuff. So I went over there. Definitely was the wrong spot. So I'm walking in heels at this point. And I'm one of those type of people, I don't like to wear heels until I need to wear heels, if that makes sense. So like, I had these heels on. My expectation was, okay, get to the venue, you know, check in and sit down. Not the case. I legit got there around 11:05, 11:10 maybe. I got up the it was upstairs like on the 3rd floor or something. Got up there, and then a long ass line was there, and I was like, okay, maybe it's the line because they're doing, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they're checking in. So I got there like just on time, right? Why they didn't start checking in till like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock, for one. For two, you guys, they did not start on time. This is not bashing, this is just me telling y'all what happened. Mind you, I had ordered something before. I ordered something before Miriam got there, and then when I got there, of course, by the time she got there, the food, I didn't get a chance to eat. So like, I literally was there all day with no food, which was crazy because when they was doing like intermissions and stuff like that, like it was at one point like the directors and people like that, they were eating, but we couldn't eat. I felt some type of way about that, but it happens. Like, that literally happens. So I was just like, whatever. I just hate that I didn't eat. Like, you know what I mean? I just hate I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I met a lot of amazing people backstage, beautiful souls from everywhere. I met 2 designers that was back there. Didn't start on time, y'all. So the check-in already was slow. They were still sort of like setting up and stuff. I'm just like, that, if that's the case, I understand, you know, you have to buy venues at certain times. But if that was the case, y'all should have got there real early to set up, make sure all the camera stuff is correct, have a space for everybody, everything should have been smooth, personally for me. But like I said, since I have worked at plenty, I've done a lot of, like I said, runners, I was stylist, directed, all that stuff. I've done it all. So the thing is, I know I've seen it from different perspectives, so I already knew what to expect. But what I was not expecting was me being there at 11 a.m. and we did not get started with the portion that I was supposed to be in until like 10 o'clock at night, because we weren't allowed to bring any food. We weren't allowed to bring any drinks, but of course, you know, some people snuck some stuff in there. That's another tip. Please bring food, like bring water so you can stay hydrated. So I was there all damn day long. Even my mom was like, what's going on? Parents was out there. So mind you, the other good thing that really happened to me was, it was a blessing and it was like a God talking to me moment. I end up walking for a designer. The designer name is a shark named Mo. It was a streetwear line, and it was like, you know, oversized shirts, oversized sweatshirts, you know, sweatpants, stuff like that. I was helping everybody behind stage like I usually do, because like I said, that's what I do. So like I said, I've done all of it, so it was just in my nature to just help people, calm people down when they got nervous, all that other stuff. Like, oh, it was 2 other plus size girls. They'd never done it before. I was the only one who actually modeled, did any of that before. So when they were like, oh, plus size girls, we need a plus size girl to walk for this designer. And the thing is, I was only up there for a competition, but the fact that I got people like, need you, let's go. And so I'm like, oh, do y'all want to do it? And like, nobody wasn't really saying anything. So I was like, okay, you know what? Forget that. Baraka, you wanted to do this. You want to walk for a designer, go do it. Because usually when I do stuff like this, it is like a competition. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did a pageant before. Like, stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? This is my chance to, for real, come back and dominate. I know what I need to do this time. I know what I don't need to be hesitant about. You know what I mean? So walked for, and now I have a picture right here. I said I have a picture right here all on my face, but it's a picture right here. I am just so blessed that I got to walk for this designer, but the unfortunate thing was the designer couldn't get there on time. So I was just like, oh man, I hate that I missed him, but I did message him on Instagram and let him know that I did walk for him, and you know, I sent him a picture of how it looked. So everything was good there. So my notes is, it's just me seeing these fashion shows. I really had a great time, don't get me wrong, I really did. Like, granted, it took all day long, but it was well worth it at the end, because I'm there and a whole bunch of models in the back. We like, man, I want to leave, I want to leave. If you have a show that day, just block your whole day off. To be quite honest, like, if I were you, if you walking in 2 or 3 different shows, I necessarily wouldn't do that. But I've been to shows where it's on time, and baby, as soon as if it says 8 o'clock, them doors close at 8. So I'm just saying, I've been to both. Besides the time, I really enjoyed myself because I didn't win the competition, unfortunately. Not gonna cap, I definitely got snubbed out of that. It was and it, you know what's so crazy about it, I'm happy for the girl. I told her congratulations, all this other stuff. But it was funny because a lot of people in the crowd, my mom put her head down because a lot of people was like, what? Like, they was, you know how people in New York are, they were like, what? Like, that got stolen from you. Like, and then people, even after the show, like, they stole that from you, you should have won that, you should have won that. And I'm like, it's okay. My first show in years. So first off, I'm not mad at myself. It's just the fact that I did it, for one. For two, you most definitely believe in September, if I'm able to, I'm going back and I'm going to win that show. So I was supposed to only go for a competition, end up walking for a designer, and got an opportunity to walk in another fashion show in May. So it wasn't a true L for me, if that makes sense. Not saying that she didn't get an opportunity. I don't know if she did or not, but I got more out of it. Now I would have, it would have been even more of a experience if I would have won that, got that, and got that. But you know, it's okay. I think my lesson is I just need to, after some of the recordings that my mom showed me, I have definitely outreached myself. I definitely need to practice my walking again. That's just not it's a need at this point. It's amazing. Like I literally walked literally in a month. Like I walked in New York Fashion Week, and I was just thinking too, I was just like, you know, I wouldn't mind, just like, I'm thinking this to myself. I was like, I wouldn't mind walking for Houston, just to, you know what I'm saying? Just say I walked in my not my hometown, but my hometown. Like I'm literally from Missouri City, but it's right next to Houston. Like I said before, thank you for watching the series, and see you guys later on the next venture. You would, by the time you see this, you would be working towards the next fashion show, and that is Fashion Night Out, the final run, and I walked to a Bondi Blair. So you will see that little vlog, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.